Hey everyone, I'm Will. Welcome back to my channel, and as I'm sure you're aware, things are going a little bit crazy right now. Not only has it been 4 weeks since the last time I uploaded, I'm also being told that there's some sort of pandemic going on, but in all seriousness, I really hope you're staying safe, you're staying inside, practicing your social distancing. Well, I think it's generally pretty great that a lot of states have stepped up to the plate and sent shutdown orders out. Local businesses are of course being very hurt by this. It's true that like mega corporations are going to lose money, they can handle it, but a lot of times your favorite local shops and restaurants are going to have a really tough time. Given that it's my area of interest and very arguably my area of expertise, I'm just going to mention specifically the comic industry, just taking a massive hit because of Corona. My local shop was forced to close and lay off all their employees for the time being, but there's a chance that yours hasn't. So I urge you, support your local comic book store in any way that you can, and I'll outline a couple of those ways here. First, call them and see if they'll do curbside pickup. I cannot stress this enough. I do not want you to walk into the store and potentially get infected or infect other people. If someone working at the store can look at your pull list, grab those, and put them outside on the curb for you, look into that. Additionally, if the comic book store has an online service where you can have things shipped to you, do that. That's even better for reducing the spread of infection. If your store is open and you can do these things, consider adding a couple more titles to your pull list. Maybe things that you wanted to try and hadn't yet. Maybe things that you've heard are good, old series that you'd stopped reading for a while. Give it a shot, because if you can afford it, please try and help your local businesses. And for me, the most important one to help is your local comic book store. They already have a hard enough time making money just due to the niche industry that is comics, and in extenuating circumstances like this, they really need all the help they can get. If you can, please consider helping out your local comic shop in these times. I'm not saying to put yourself in harder strain because of it. It's important to take care of yourself and the people you care about first, but if you can support local comic book shops, please consider doing so. Of course, it's not just the shops that are affected in the comic book industry, it's also the people who create them. One big source of income for a lot of comic artists is selling sketches and commissions at conventions. And as I'm sure you're aware, major conventions are getting canceled left and right. Many of these conventions are being canceled, and that's taking away a huge source of income for the people who make the comics that we love so much. If you are able to, buy something from your favorite artist's online store or look into getting a commission from them, because being an artist doesn't pay a lot, especially when your income is so dependent on selling art face-to-face at conventions. It's a really tough time for the comic industry right now, and it's a tough time for all local business, so consider getting food delivered from your favorite local restaurant if they're still open. And please, if you love comic books as much as I do, please consider helping out your local comic book store or your favorite artist during this pandemic. Hey guys, I made this video without scripting it, so I definitely left out a couple things. As always, there's a link to a comic book store locator in the description where you can find the comic book store nearest to you, and you can call them and see if they're still open and what kind of services they've got going on to help mitigate the spread of coronavirus. With that covered, I'll give it back to past me to conclude this video. So today's video was a little bit of a bummer, especially because it's my first one I've made in like a month. Yeah, I've been gone a minute. There's just been a lot going on, and I will be doing my best to get back to a normal schedule of uploads. I've got a bunch of stuff I want to talk about, some bigger, longer form ideas that I think will take a little more time to work on. Thank you for sitting through this bummer of a video. I really appreciate you watching, and I know your favorite artists or your local comic book store will appreciate it even more if you can help them out. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I like talking about movies and comic books and stuff like that. If you're looking for an artist to support, reach out to me on Twitter. I follow a bunch of comic book artists, and I'm happy to direct you to their online stores. Thank you so much for watching, and I can tentatively say that I'll see you next Tuesday.